No, no. What's going on, Marvin? First one in. Let me know if you can hear me, brother. From your spot. What's going on, Mag? Let me know if you guys can hear me because I can't hear you guys.
I hear you, brother.
Perfect, man. Perfect, man. I know Marvin. If you can hear me. What's going on, Mago?
What's up, bro? I've been trying to get on hold of you, man.
Working, man. Working.
Right. But you told me that you're gonna upload the list, right?
Yeah. I'll upload
Good.
it today. Later on today after this.
The I got up to 3,000 numbers, man, or more.
That's good, man. That's good. Remember, all you need is conversations. So if
Yes.
that 500 list gave you 3,000 numbers, man, that's 25 numbers, 2,500 numbers that you got of people.
Yeah.
Like, create conversations. That's all this business is about. Create a conversation. That means you can talk to 3,000 people and tell them what you do for a living.
The little trick that you showed me, to sort out the data,
Yeah,
I didn't know, but it's huge, man, because all these companies, they miss numbers and they keep charging you for the amount that you send them.
of course. See,
So when I sort it out now, I see the ones and I send it back to them. I'm like, hey, you missed this.
there you go. Yeah, you
Yes,
got to be
sir.
able. Again, you already pay for the data. You might as well just again use it. No matter if it's not, it's the wrong number, etc. Use it. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I want best data." Just talk to people, man.
Yeah.
Talk to people. That's all it is.
And
Which which for that list was that the 10 cents ones or the Jamil from Private?
no, that was the iPhone 5 at 3 cents.
Perfect. Even better.
All right. So I'll keep you posted on that. Um, if the list is good, let's see, like
Yeah.
how the skip is.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. So we know how. Again, it sounds pretty good. It sounded pretty good.
Yeah, agree.
I've been looking at this. You know how lumber prices went up and they're still up. And again, I don't see them coming down anytime soon
Hmm.
because of what's going on. But now that he wants to keep everything close still. Um, Now I'm looking for properties that are kind of close to being rentals, where you don't have to put that much money into it, or like super small houses that a rehab might be 10K.
Okay.
And that's I'm a smaller city today.
What was your last? Are you driving for dollars today?
Yes, I drive for hours every day, but I came to see a what's it called? I came to see a 10 unit apartment that the lady had offered to me, but then the lady, I think the lady passed away or something. Now the daughter has it, and the daughter's from North Carolina, so I'm gonna send her a letter. And I just drove by the units; they're abandoned. I think it was, last time that I have a video of it. I think it's 13 little units.
Oh, that's good.
And the last thing the lady did was she what's it called? They quit claimed it to the daughter, and I think the mother passed away. Uh, so again, she's in North Carolina. This property is here in the valley. Uh, I think I had offered her 100K the last time that I spoke to her. Um, that was a good price, 100K, because mainly for the land. But again, I can definitely not tear it down, just grandfather it in, and have 11, 13 units for under. Let's say you put 5K per unit, so you're like under 180. You have 15 units or 13 units. It's crazy,
Yeah.
crazy numbers right there. What's going on, David?
Not much, Arturo. How's it going?
Good man, good. What did that lady say?
She wants to see me on this weekend, so I'm supposed to meet back up with her. But I think it's just a straight cash deal.
Okay, well let her know. Like, ma'am, I understand you want cash, but again, it's how everything is tough right now. Make me a reasonable offer for your property cash. Again, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but again, how many people do you think have that much cash to buy your house right now? Well, let me rephrase it. How many people do you know that have a job that they're working on the job right now? All these people are either are temporarily laid off or et cetera, et cetera. I'm trying to buy a good investment. Again, I don't want to get divorced. If I buy a bad one, my wife is gonna go crazy on me.
Yeah, I think she just wants the money for that down the block because down the block they're buying condos for like 545. I saw one for sale. She's interested in that. They're not done. They're building it.
Yeah. So yeah, let her know. What was the cash price on that already? Again,
496 and 503.
496. Was that the cash price for an investor, or that's how much you wanted?
That's how much another investor gave her. Those are the two prices that she said.
Oh, that offered her.
Yeah.
And how much does she want?
She wouldn't give me a number. So we didn't get to go inside yet. She's gonna meet me there this weekend to go inside and take a look.
And what do you say it's the value of it right now?
Uh, like high sevens.
Seven. Let's say 650. Just to be. Let me see. Man, let's say 650, 690. Yeah, you have to be at.
Actually, it's 718. That's what it's worth.
Okay. Is that a number through fully rehab property, or how'd you come up with that number?
That's taking the average of the three rehab properties that are half a mile away from Zillow.
Okay. And what's the condition of the current of the property? It's not full, it's not recently rehab, is it?
No, it's wrapped on the outside. They didn't finish the siding, so it has to be siding. Needs a new roof. Needs soffit, and I haven't walked the inside yet.
So yeah, what does she think it's worth right now as it stands? Does she give you a number?
Around 740. She thinks that it's worth, but she's like, but this is your business. You know what how much it's worth. I'm like, okay, that's fine, man. I'll come take a look and tell you what I think. She's like, you give me a price.
If I was you, if you're already meeting her, take pictures of the ones that are rehab, print them out, go to the library, spend 50 cents for the colored pictures, put them in a binder, and when you go like, well, I see this kitchen that sold for 730, and I see your kitchen, that doesn't look right, and then I see this living room that I see that sold for 750, and then I see your living room, that doesn't look right. Don't throw numbers. Just tell them this doesn't look right. Look, you see, ma'am. You see this? Do you see this one? And you see yours? Wow. And then go through it so she, little by little, she can be knocking down her price. So sometimes people are visual, and sometimes people are just stupid. Again, sometimes you
Yeah,
gotta go 1 + 1 + 1 is 3, man. Not
I
just
had
color.
another I had another one that I did a walkthrough. It's an estate, and I shot video and pictures of it. And the person that's trying to sell is a lawyer, and the we went over the ARV on it the other day. So it's like around 740, 750. But I think the price I'm coming to it, there was no wall collapse in it. It was just that the basement leaked water, but it basically everything needs to be ripped out. Um, he's a lawyer, so he's saying that that his client will be paying the closing costs and everything. But I didn't tell him like, oh no, that's all right, we'll take care of those, because I don't know how he'd get paid then.
So a lawyer's selling it for somebody else, or he's selling it for himself.
He's selling it for somebody else, so he's selling it for his client.
And you say how much? How much does he think it's worth?
750.
And how
That's
much
an
do you
A
think it's
class
worth?
neighborhood. Sorry.
And how much do you think it's worth?
No, I think it's worth the 750. There's one less than half a mile away we did the other night that was down the block. It sold for 750 like 3 months ago.
Okay.
It's the
Did we ask
same style house.
Did
What's
we
up?
ask why he hasn't listed it?
I asked him that, and he said they may potentially do that. And it's weird because it's the end of a block by a school, so they don't get that much traffic. But he said they may go that avenue. He has to talk to the heirs about that.
Yeah, then let him know that if you guys need to make, tell him if you guys gonna list it, you better list it right now. The way it's going, lumber prices are going up for any type of remodel. Plus, interest rates are going back up. So whoever was gonna go into buying a house just because of the pure interest rate, they're leaving the market now because the interests are going up. So if you guys, again, if I was you, Mr. Attorney, again, I'll urge your clients to go list right away, like today, like yesterday, because this interest rates are going up. So people are not gonna buy too much of a property anymore. They
What
were increasing their purchases by 150 because they were taking advantage of the interest rates. But now that interests are going up, again, you gotta make sure that you take advantage of that, Mister, and then just go with it. Let's see how he reacts. And I
what
know
do
you.
you send? What do you send your guys the offer? Like, what do you just send them? Just a short email, like with the price, or is there like some type of form that you send them?
When I send out an offer, or when I send a contract.
Okay.
When I send an offer, it's gonna be a range. You know what, Mister? You want a quick offer? Perfect. Based on everything that I see, I can probably pay between 30 and 50. I don't know if that works for you, but again, I can definitely do something for that. I give a big range. I give like a 30% range of what my
Okay.
minimum offer is cash, and a little bit over my cash offer. You know what
Okay.
I mean? So I give a range. Like this lady, I'm gonna make 19,000 on it, around there. Um, she wanted 68 for it. After I saw it, I can do 50. She said, no, I can't. I have other offers. Oh, perfect. You know what? It sounds like you probably might have another better buyer. Yeah, definitely it happens. Sometimes people can outbid me, and sometimes they don't know how to do the math. But definitely, call me back if anything happens. And then I followed up with her like a week and a half ago. Hey guys, did you already sell that house or what's going on? He's like, no, it's still on the market. Like, can you do it better? Like, I wish I could, man. pay you a little bit more, but I want to be honest with you, and I also want to be honest with my wife. Then again, this property, the max I can pay is 50. I can push it a little bit, maybe 51. But again, I want to be able to put an offer and actually buy it, not just put an offer like many people and not be able to buy it 3 months down the road when you think you're gonna close and you don't. So she's like, okay, let me talk to my brother. Perfect. She just texted me. Let me see. That's in my phone. Hold on. So sometimes you gotta stick to your guns, and again, tell them what they're gonna go through when they can't, when they think they can get more, when they wait for another buyer, and then the buyer falls through. She says, hey Arturo, we're okay at the 51K offer. I'm basically at work right now, but just to let you know, maybe we can talk tomorrow and go through the steps. Let me know what time works for you. Thanks. You know what I mean? From 60 to 51. Because I told her, again, I don't throw nobody under the bus. I just tell them, yeah, some people can pay more than me. It's happened to me also when I'm trying to sell a property and someone gives me a cash price that I think is a little bit over what they can pay based on the value, and then come to happen that 3 months on the road they don't close, and now I'm stuck with a property, and now 6 months to list it and et cetera, and get an offer. So that's why I'd rather get something like a bird in the hand is much better than three in the bushes, or whatever that thing is. And it works.
Gotcha.
And it works. You just gotta stick to your guns and tell them what they're gonna go through if they try to list it for a higher price. Because again, the price that we actually offer these clients is a cash price. Cash price has a value on its own. It's immediate cash. It's no repairs. It's no inspections that's gonna change the offer. It's no what's it called, lengthy time to get this deal done, et cetera, et cetera. One of the things that I saw as well from this guy that I was a podcast that I was hearing was he's saying that he qualifies them. Well, let me see if your property qualifies for a cash price. When you switch those words from, okay, well, how much are you asking for it, to, well, let me see if you qualify for a cash price. That makes the seller be like, oh, let me see if I can qualify. Oh, I'm gonna try and make this guy happy so that my house qualifies because I want that cash. I've been trying it out. Let me again. The first time that I tried it was yesterday, and it worked. Again, the price was just too far, but I'll follow up with the guy. The property was worth 268. He wanted 210. I'll probably get it for like 180, but I gotta sit on it. I can't give him I can probably do 150, but I know that doesn't work for you, sir. So again, I'd rather just not even go see it. Again, I don't want to waste your time. She's like, okay, don't worry, that's good. I'll follow up with him probably in about a week. He got divorced, and the house is big. On a big house, summertime here in my area, you're looking at just the carry cost just for the maintenance, for the light, the water, etc. You're looking at about $600. $600 for 4 bedrooms that are empty, it hurts. So $600 times 6, that's $3,000 that he just paid just to have the house. Now, taxes in that area are probably like around 4,000. So what's 4,000? Around $300 a month. So that's $900 a month in overhead. Insurance, another $100, $150. That's $1,000 a month that he has to spend on a house that he doesn't want. You know what I mean? So again, it's just a matter of being able to stick to what you want and then follow up. Like Claude says, if it doesn't work out right now, perfect. Walk away, and then you can call him back a month later.
Got it. Thank you.
Welcome, my brother. And it works. Again, this where's this guy? So this guy calls me about a property. Where is it? He calls me on a bandit sign. Where is it? Let me see how the conversation went. So he calls me on bandit sign. I go see the house. He's like, I reviewed the property. The house is livable. Like I was telling Mag, right now that the lumber is going up, you gotta see that as an investment, because the lumber goes up means that someone that's not that great at doing rehabs will probably stop doing rehabs because they don't want to. If they're not an expert at doing rehabs, they're gonna waste a lot of material. And right now, if you waste a lot of material, it's gonna kill your profits. So I saw this little property. I probably can be for someone that's gonna buy it, fix it up, and rent it. Now, a small property that's 700 square feet in my area, with if you have $5,000 worth of material, man, you make that house look really nice right away because it's a small house. My price, I saw it, they owe taxes, etc., etc. My price is 10,000, the max that I can pay for that house. So he says, there we go, right here. He says, oh, I got another buyer. He called. I called him at 15K, and he wants to meet me at the title company. Oh, go for it, man. Go. Again, I wouldn't be hang up on me and go. You should go there. So then I texted him. I've been texting him every week after that conversation. Hey, Angel, did you sell that house on whatever? It's not yet. Oh, did you decide to wait to sell it? She's like, what's your offer? Like, can't pay over 10K. And then et cetera, et cetera. And then I said, I'll just follow up. Y luego, I thought you had a buyer at 12K, I think, in the works. And then I paused it, and then I texted him back a week later. Hey, Angel, did you sell the house on 21st? In the works. And then what's your offer again? I didn't answer his text. He just BSing me. And then a week later, I texted him just to remind him, like he's not selling his house. I told him, hey, Angel, did you sell your house? She's like, not yet. Are you having, that I knew he's having issues with the offer, but I did. Are you having issues with the paperwork? Sometimes it takes longer than the 20 days that I pay for the title work to come back, etc. No issues. It's still for sale. He's like, and then I was like, what happened to the guy that was gonna buy it? That was meeting you at the title offer at the title company. And then he said, he's catching me like, you're being an asshole. He's like, what's your offer? Or if you are not interested, let it be. What is it that you need? And I texted him. I don't know if you guys are hearing me. Can't pay over 10K for the land. I'll take care of it, removing everything, etc. But it sounds like you don't want to do business with me. No worries, thank you. Nah, I just sounds like you don't want to pay. Thank you. So guess what? I'm gonna do in 2 weeks. I'm gonna text him again. Hey, Angel, hope you're good, man. Did you decide to rent that house? Again, I'm just gonna throw another curveball. He's gonna be more upset. Hey, F it. It happens. But you see, I'm having fun with the conversation.
Now, Arturo, on that situation, when you're pissing the guy off, does he still wants to do business with you?
Okay, if I piss you off back, right?
Right.
But you won my 10K.
Okay.
Are you gonna be? No, I don't want to take that 10K from that guy. He's an asshole.
Some people do that.
Not the majority.
Okay.
And I work with the majority. So out of 100 people, probably 99% of the people will take my cash.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And that 1% might not. But to get those people, again, if you have let's say you have a daughter, Mag, that you need to buy food for, right? And there's an ass and a guy in the corner that has $10, but he's calling you an asshole. He's calling you whatever. And then he says, "Here's $10. Are you gonna take him?"
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, it depends how desperate you are, I think.
Yeah, it's a house. Again, it's a vacant house. It's his father-in-law, etc. It's getting vandalized. Remember, if it gets torn down, it loses probably half of its value. And third, he called me. You know what I mean? I always tell him, well, you called me. I'm trying to work with you. Like I told him, it sounds like you probably don't want to do business with me. And that's okay. Again, no worries. Thank you. And then he's like, it sounds like you don't want to pay. It sounds like you don't want to pay. This guy honking at me. But again, you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun. You gotta be an asshole with this job. You gotta have fun, be an asshole. Again, don't care. Have that thick skin, and then just do what you love, man. I love talking to people. I love foreshadowing how someone's transaction is gonna go, knowing on what I know. but I put them in a way that, oh, I dealt through that, I went through that, or that person went through that, not them. But again, people are smart. They're gonna, oh shit, I'm probably gonna go through that as well. What's up, Nick?
What's going on, amigo?
Working, my brother, working, enjoying the heat.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I'm in the. Hey, what are you doing for lunch tomorrow?
Well, let's do something, brother. Where you at? What city are you in?
Mission.
Oh, me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where the new house is at.
Me three.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
You want to do a virtual lunch, Mag?
Let's do it, dude.
I want to do some. Yeah, let's grab lunch, man. We're not maybe like a shake, and then we can just talk the shit like they say it. Talk the shit.
Dude, it's supposed to get 103 today.
It's already at what right now? It's hot as shit. I can tell because my legs are burning, dude.
Yeah, I'm working on getting golden right now outside.
Oh yeah, you could probably get some good tan.
Yeah.
A friend of mine that he gets red like a tomato.
Yeah, well, luckily I don't do that. I just look like a golden. I don't know. I get golden, which is good.
I get browner and browner. Hey, you.
Well, yeah, dude. I'll message you for a place tomorrow.
Yeah. Where are you from? Like, where are you at? Like, what's intersections are you in?
107 in Mayberry. I'm outside the city limits.
Okay, so I'm on 107 and Griffin.
Damn, dude, you ain't too far.
Yeah. So let's meet around there. I'll send you a text or a Facebook, and we'll go from there.
Okay, dude.
But yeah, man, how's business? And why come you're doing it here in the Valley, just for vacations or what?
Yeah, I came down to visit my folks. In terms of stuff, man, it's going good. I did my first one last Friday. I broke my record right now. I found a buyer in like 5 hours. So
perfect. Break that deal.
Well, it's not done yet, so I don't want to jinx it. But the other one, it was a JV deal. I had found a buyer in like 14 hours. I had about 4 people competing for it, and then one that ended up going to title, put in the earnest money, and we closed pretty quick after that.
Lease option or a wholesale?
Yeah, it was a wholesale, vacant land deal.
Okay. How'd you find the wholesaler?
Just through a Facebook group that I had contacted him. He sent me like 3 or 4 deals. They weren't deals, and I told him, unless you get me numbers that work like this, then send them my way. If you can't, don't even bother with it, because my buyers are not going to buy at this price point. And so he kept sending me 3, and I kept telling him no. And I said, hey, again, send me these numbers and I'll work with you. And then on this one, he sent me the lot deal, and it was right. It was priced right, and he finally got that right. So then we were able to move it pretty quick after that.
Okay. And land deals are pretty quick to close on, huh?
Yeah. It was the only thing that was causing an issue with that one was the survey. For whatever reason, he didn't have that up front. So I don't know what kind of relationship he had built with the surveyor, but he got him out there to do it in like 5-6 hours. So he got him out there or at least if they was already done, he got him to shoot it over. I don't know exactly what had happened, but he got it within like 2-3 hours. And then we sent that to title, and CC'd them and the buyer on that. And they were able to make it happen, pretty quick after that.
Okay, perfect. Now, when you reached out to once the deal worked out, you sent him a JV contract with you and him?
No, I already sent him. I sent him a JV before, so I didn't do anything without having him sign the JV and then proof of the assignment. Then once I saw the signatures of he was using the Trek. Once I saw that, and he signed my JV agreement, then I went out and talked to my buyers. And as soon as everything was over, like he was trying to do also like send me everything and I'll take it to title. I'll send it to title. I was like, nah, dude, like I'll send everything and I'll CC everybody. Like I just took control of it from that point on, like just to make sure that there wasn't anything shady going on.
Yeah, make sure you protect yourself and your buyer.
Right.
That's good, my brother. Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks,
Nick. How much was that?
That was $3,000. But I made my JV agreement stronger because what I could have made probably about $6,500 on that if I would have worded it differently in terms of where he was going to cut me in at. So he had it for sale 95.
I worked out $3,000 on the spread with him in that. So technically, I had a purchase price of 92. If I would have put, I've got an option to purchase at 192 or at 92. I sold it for 97, so I could have made that little spread on top. But I know for next time.
How did you find the buyer, Nick?
It was a JV deal off of a guy that I found on Facebook for maybe like 2 months in the works that he's been sending me things. And they just weren't deals. And I told him what I was looking for. And while I knew I had contacted some JV wholesalers in the area, I was working on my buyers, building that up. So when they did have a deal that was, workable and easy to work with, I already had buyers in the pipeline that were ready to pop on.
Did you put that off PropStream or you Propeller, the buyers list?
Oh no, the buyers were just off relationship deals that I got just off referrals.
Gotcha.
Was that buyer the first time you worked with him, or he's done deals with you before you?
No, it was the first time. The only thing is when I had initially tried to kick out the deals like from this other wholesaler that he was sending me, I talked to them before and they were like, "Nah, man, I only work this price point," because it kind of exactly what you're saying a while ago about the price of lumber, the price of materials going up. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I used to buy 75, but now I'm kind of buying at 70, maybe even less. I need that because of construction." It was going to be a new construction build, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, "Yeah, dude, I got to do it less than that." I'm like, "All right." So I knew at least I knew what his buying power was, what he was buying it for. So as soon as something came in that fit his numbers, it was pretty easy to move after that.
Perfect. Was that a deal in Texas?
Yeah, it was in Dallas.
Perfect. That's cheap. That's cheap for Dallas, huh?
Yeah, well, in that area, it was crazy, dude, because right on the corner that faced the adjacent lot was $20,000 less in value. So where mine was, thank God it was on the right side of the street. But yeah, it was crazy because and across the street, it was $5,000 more in value. So it was really weird how that little pocket in that neighborhood was priced so different. But yeah, it was that was like the average price for it, like anywhere between 95, 99. The lots were going for.
What's the ARV of a property there if you do a cookie cutter house there?
On that one, cookie cutter was probably like about 315, 325, but a full on rehab, new construction build, they were looking closer like 395, 4.
Wow. And you said, wow. So he bought it for what? For
97.
9,700, right?
No, 97,000.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, well, perfect, 97,000. Yeah, I thought you were saying like 9,700. I'm like, shit.
No, dude.
I'm like, dude, send me those deals. Like, fuck.
You're like, no, that's a shitty deal, Nick.
Shit, that's a shitty. That's why I asked you for the ARV. Like, how big is the ARV? Let me see.
Yeah, so ARV on the land deal was probably about 99. Was like the most comparable comp I found. It was on the same street. So and the thing that sucked too is that, so I had 3 buyers fighting over it. Only one to sign it once I had the survey. They were waiting on that. The other one inked on the assignment at 97, and they were like, as soon as we get the survey, we'll wire over the money to title. So I went with the 97, but the one that said as soon as you get the survey, I'll go ahead and pay 100. They wanted to pay more than what the other one sold for. So I was like, damn it. So
it happens, but again, you never know. Again,
right? I didn't want to gamble it.
And the one in the bush, right? You went
right, exactly.
Now the good thing about that, usually builders, Nick, and what I've seen, they want to buy around 15 to 20% of the ARV value of the land. So if I'm buying, if my ARV for a house is 100,000 in that area, the max that I'm gonna pay for the land is gonna be probably like around 15,000.
Okay.
This guy paid 25% of the ARV. So that's good for you on a leverage. If you're gonna negotiate with the seller about that, so what do you think a house can be worth here? 100,000. Well, I can't pay you more than 15, sir.
Right.
Because then this guy, but you know that an flipper can pay 25%, and you buying a 15% that 10% of whatever. 10%
Yeah.
of 390 is what, 39,000.
Yeah. So I'm trying to work even myself. I'm sending out some leads and making some cold calls in that little pocket. Now that I know that pocket really well, I'm gonna just try to capitalize on that.
How did that guy find the deal? Did he tell you?
No, he didn't tell me that. Well, actually, he did mention it. He was wholesaling it for a family friend that they knew he did real estate, so they kind of gave him the lead. And I think he had the buy price at like 85,000 was like the sell price, and so
Perfect.
yeah.
How, young guy or your old guy?
He was a young guy, probably about maybe like 6 years younger than me, I think.
That's good, my brother. That's good, man. What title company do you use?
Miller Title out there in Dallas.
They were good with assignments and everything?
Oh yeah, dude. She was awesome, man. I mean, anything I do in Dallas, dude, I'm gonna give her a call. She was great.
Okay. Miller.
Like in fact, like if she does like even like work in like Waco or Austin, I'm probably just gonna use her.
That's good. Do they work in anybody else, any other counties, or just the Dallas County?
Well, that's what I'm gonna ask her. If she does outside of Dallas, I'll just work with her on Waco and Austin areas, because she was great, man. She was super like cool, patient, like took care of all the things. Like even the wholesaler didn't send his own invoice to the title company that he picked, but she was like, I'm still gonna cut you your check. There's no reason why we should hold it because the other wholesaler.
Perfect. That's good.
Yeah.
Did you send her something afterwards?
Yeah, I sent her. She. I was like, yeah. So I said, so what? You sounds like you work a lot of long hours. Like, what do you? I'm pretty sure you spend a lot of time at Starbucks, right? In that drive-thru. She's like, oh my god, I love my fraps. And I'm like, so I sent her like $100 Starbucks card.
There you go, man. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a long way.
Yeah. So hopefully, so she's like, that was so sweet. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. I was like, no, thank you for expediting everything and taking care of me and that deal. I really appreciate that. Hopefully there's a lot more to come. She's like, oh, absolutely. So my next follow-up with her is like, hey, do you work in Austin or do you work in Dallas? I mean, Waco.
Anywhere in the surrounding areas. Okay.
Right.
Man.
Right.
And you see, that's how you build a relationship, and that's how you get somebody that, I bet you, if you have issues with the title, she'll be able to guide you. Instead of being an asshole, she'll guide you. Okay, go do this or go do that. Because some title companies are real assholes. If they don't know what's wrong with it, they'll like, well, fix it. Call me back when it's ready.
Right.
It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
But definitely, man. Again, once you get that one pop, now you know what area to mine. Do the same thing. Look for vacant land. You already know what a buyer's gonna buy it for around there, and then just try to get it 20, 30K underneath.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of that's the plan right now.
That's good, my brother. What's up, Addy? What's up, guys? Again, we're just talking about deals. This guy, Nick, congratulations, closed his deal already. Again, Max is getting his win and follow-ups, which is great. David has that conversation that he's gonna have with the seller. Again, I gave him a couple of tips. Again, I always learn. I was telling him that I learned from this other guy that I was hearing a podcast, that instead of giving an offer, just tell him, well, let me ask you a few questions to see if your house qualifies for a cash offer. When you just switch those words, again, it's like, wants to see how much it qualifies for, that's gonna be it. It qualifies for only this much, nothing more. No, sir, that's how much your house qualifies for. Even though it's BS, but in the subconscious of the seller, okay, I guess that's what my house qualifies for. And again, what questions can you ask? Okay, is the house paid for? No. Okay. Does it have a new roof? No. Are you the only owner? No. Have you rehabbed the kitchen? New tile? No. So those little questions on the condition, it's gonna help them notch their price down as they go. Every time you say a no, it's like a price reduction. Okay, I mean, based on that, I might be able to get you qualified, but I gotta run it by my boss. But I think based on what I'm seeing, I can probably get you around $96,000. But don't hold me to that. But does that even work? He's like, well, that's it. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's what the system's telling me that it qualifies for. I wish you could get ask you more questions, but based on what you answered me, based on your answers, that's how much it qualifies for. And again, those questions like that, the percentage of them fighting you back is really low because I'm basing the offer on what you are telling me. I'm not basing the offer on what I'm telling you. No, I'm basing the offer on your answers. You're telling me this. You're telling me this. You're telling me this. The system is spitting out this, man. 96,000. You never know if it works, but I know for a fact, if you're going to qualify for a mortgage, and that's all the max you can qualify for. You don't say, can I qualify for more? No. This is how much you make. This is your credit score. This is your employment history. That's the max you qualify for, and you don't fight that. So again, I started trying that out on the other guy. It was a good price. The house was worth probably like 260. He wanted 210. I offered him 180, and he's like, no, thank you. Okay, perfect. I'll follow up, and again in about a week or two. The same conversation. Hey, did you sell it? He wants to sell it because he got divorced. It's a vacant house. I was just running by how much it's gonna cost him just to live in it. And if this guy is making, let's say, the average salary here in the valley is around 2,000 a month for somebody that's been working for 20 years, half of that is gonna go to the mortgage or to just the carrying cost. That hurts. That hurts, especially in a house that you're not living in. That it has 5 bedrooms and you're only living in 1 bedroom. So we'll see how far they can push the pain. And again, those are the conversations that I'm having with my sellers as far as how I'm switching the conversation. I'm having fun. Again, I might be an asshole with a little bit of humor, but then I always follow up with them. With the call, with the text, etc., etc. So what's up, guys? Any other questions, any suggestions, anything? Again, who else made money? I know Nick said he made money this month. Who else made money this month? Or who almost made money this month, etc. Again, the best way to understand how your conversation is gonna go is for you to say it out loud and have somebody else critique it. Hey, maybe you should do this, or maybe you should do that.
I got another one that found we had the buyer going to look at the property, but again, it's like it's got its whole set of issues. So the seller just moved out, and we set up the appointment for tomorrow 10 a.m. to go look at it. And then they're like, okay, so is there anything that the buyer needs to be aware of? Like, is there key under a mat, or is there a lockbox? He's like, oh no. It's the keys. I'm gonna leave it unlocked. Just gotta watch out for my dogs. It's like, what? And he's like, oh yeah, I've got my dogs are in the yard. They're super friendly. And I'm like, so there's no way you can lock them up? He's like, now son, I just left town. I'm old. I can't be going back and forth. I've left it unlocked. My dogs are nice. Just, give them a biscuit or something. I'm like, what the hell, dude? So I called up the buyer and I was like, all right, dude, like, so here's the deal. You're set for the 10 appointment tomorrow. He's like, okay, great, man. If it looks good, we'll close, Monday. I'm like, awesome. Do you like dogs? And he's just like, that's pretty random. Why? I was like, well, on your viewing appointment tomorrow, you're going to meet 2 of the friendliest dogs on the planet. And he's just like, oh, come on, man. I was like, just take a biscuit, dude. It's all good. Just take a biscuit or a jar of jelly, something.
It's craziness, huh?
Yeah.
So you're not local to that deal?
No, that one's in the Carolinas.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, so it's not nowhere, not even remote where I could even try to get someone to go help.
It happens.
Yeah.
How'd you get that deal? That's the deal that you're working on right now, you said?
Yeah, that's another JV deal that I got, and yeah, so that's how that happens.
Perfect. Yeah, and again, you think on your toes, right? Yeah, get a biscuit, get a piece of food or something to go to churches and buy a can of chicken.
Yeah, I was telling him, I was like, hey man, don't let a can of peanut butter ruin your fix and flip on this deal. Like, your return's going to be about what, $68K if you finish this up? I mean, come on, dude. What's a can of peanut butter going to cost you?
Well, peanut butter. How much?
Yeah. He starts laughing. He's just like, all right. Well, hopefully they're friendly, man. He's like, I won't. I shouldn't be a problem. I'm like, he's like, I don't plan on being there longer than 10 minutes anyway. It's like, okay, cool.
So he let the dogs. Like, who's taking care of the dogs?
I have no idea. Like, nobody's there. Like, he moved out, So I don't know if he was just taking like the extra furniture in a U-Haul or what the deal was, and then he's gonna come get the dogs later. I really don't know. But yeah, he was like, I'm already left town. I can't go back there until tomorrow afternoon to get the dogs. And it's like, okay, all right, all right. So just try not to. Yeah, I was just trying not to stress over it. Just like, hey, it's kind of funny. Just go see the dogs, dude. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I saw a house. When was it? On Monday. There was a real mean dog, and it was tied up. So I go see the house. It's a rental home, and then on the way back, on the way out, the dog was barking. I noticed he didn't have no water, but I always have like this cans, like for 25 cents to fill them up.
Uh huh.
So the dog was real mad. Like he was real mad. He was real mad at me because I was there. But I was like, maybe this guy's thirsty. So sure enough, I got close to him and I poured it on his dog bowl for the food. Man, that dog looked at me like, oh shit, thank you, and then he started like bringing the water. I'm like, man, this fucking people are assholes, dude.
Yeah, it's hot out here, dude.
And he can't do anything. That day was hot. First of all, it's a fluffy dog, and then he has no water. Like, man, people are fucking assholes.
That's messed up, man.
That deal. Let me tell you about that deal. He called me in the deal. It's mainly gonna be it's probably a rental, which I can use as a rental. But I told him no, I can probably just get it as tear the property down, etc., etc. So based on the value, so I can probably just do 30 to 40, because that's how much the land is worth. So his brother calls him. His brother's from Chicago, and he's telling him, "Oh no, over here, like yeah, motherfucker, over there, people, there's no more land over there. You gotta build where the land's at. Here."
Right.
And I was like, he said he started throwing backwards, so I started throwing backwards at him. As far as throwing backwards, describing something. Like, yeah, no, sí, allá no, allá pues como si nada, chinga, allá te puedes comprar una casa.
Oh, wow.
Y no vale nada. Aquí no se puede, oiga. O sea, no mames. Y se ríe el hermano conmigo. Vale, pues, si quiere, if he wants to play that game, I'll play that game. If he wants to say, if he thinks he's gonna intimidate me with the words, no, I'm gonna match him exactly how he's telling me. And the brother started laughing. We hung up, and the brother that was with me, he was there. He's like, sí es, pues que sí es, oiga, o sea, allá en Chicago, o sea, ya no hay tierra. Aquí arráncate para el norte y arráncate para el sur, y donde quiera encuentras tierra. Y se queda así nada más, señor. So yeah, man. So again, you have to roll with the punches. Again, that guy at 30, I'll probably get that deal at 30, but it's gonna have to wait. We'll probably have to wait another 2 months because I have to get it at 30. I cannot get it at a higher price.
Right.
At 30, I already have it sold at 55.
Oh wow.
But I have to get it at 30.
Yeah, well, it sounds like they're with the frustrations already. They're on the verge of just going ahead and doing that.
Yep, because he told me the guy told me that they needed to sell it, and then when I'm on the phone with the brother, he's like, "No, I don't really need to sell it." Motherfucker, you told your brother you needed to sell it, so you have your brother come over here and meet me while you're over there, and then now you're telling me, "Oh no, I don't need to sell it." Okay, well we'll see what 3 months from now says. And it happens, man. Some people, again, they try to play the tough guy, and it doesn't work. But if you want to be a tough guy, I can be a tough guy too. If you want to talk profanity, shit, I got profanity for days. What's up, guys? Any other questions, suggestions? You guys want to learn Spanish profanity? I have a list. I know probably Nick knows a couple of them as well. So again, those are the deals that I'm working on, guys. Again, one of the things that I can tell you is just stick to your numbers. Again, be honest with you with the sellers. I wish I could pay you more, man. But again, I want to be honest with you. That makes them feel that you're being truthful. First of all, I want to make sure that I can buy your property, because I don't want to get it at a higher price and then I can't buy it, because it's happened to me before. So that qualifies you as a legit buyer, and you're telling that it's happened to you where people try to buy your properties at a higher price and then they don't come through, and then just follow up. That's the key.
Hey,
Again,
Arturo.
go ahead, brother.
On the follow-up, I was doing like follow-up this week, and one of the obviously, I was doing follow-up on the leads that I did. Hey, my boss, I'm calling because my boss asked me to call you in regards to the letter. And then it does it on the second time, and then they say, oh, I'm not selling right now. And then I'm like, oh, okay, right now, so when you're looking to sell? And then they're like, oh, I don't know. Okay, so I'll follow up with you. Those leads I'll follow up in like a month. But when I follow up in like a month, it's like if it's a cold call again because they don't remember me. What do you recommend in that situation?
You have to make it remember.
Okay.
Make something funny. When you call them, make a comment of something funny that they can remember. Hey, yeah, I spoke to you. Remember, I told you that that I had a red car that said "F you" and I got pulled over. Something like that'll stick in the seller's mind.
Got it.
Or be an asshole. You're like, yeah, hey, I'm sorry, I'm calling you back. I know I was an asshole with you last time, and I was trying to buy your house. Unfortunately, again, you almost hung up on me. Just want to call you back and see if everything's okay, if nothing's changed, etc., etc. Again, those momentos in life, people they remember those things. If you're too much of a nice guy, they might not remember you because you're just bland. But when you stick out, you say one thing that sticks out, it works. But if nothing sticks out, just have a conversation with them. Hey, Mike, hey, I'm calling you back, my brother. I hope you're safe, man. Yeah, I was calling you. I had talking to you a while ago. Again, you probably don't even remember me. But you see, it's no longer a cold call. You probably don't even remember. You told me your house was blue from the inside. It had 3 chairs. It had 4 tables, etc., etc. So now you're attaching conversational items that he told you from last time. So now he's gonna remember. Now, even if he doesn't remember, he's not gonna be that much of an asshole because he's telling you things. You're telling him things about the house that only he knows and you know because he told you.
Right.
So again, and then again, if they don't remember, oh, you know what? Don't worry, man. My wife doesn't remember where he left, etc., etc. Make a conversation up. Yeah, my wife is the same thing. She tells me that I don't remember when it's our anniversary is at as well. So again, just make a conversation like that. But again, he's hearing you out. You're calling him back. You know the house. It's about this, this, and that. Hey, did you decide to keep it? I always say that. Did you decide to keep it? He's like, yeah, okay, oh, perfect. You know what? Well, yeah, it's a great property in a great area. Well, again, hope everything's okay. If anything changes, call me back. That's how the follow-up is for me. I don't say, hey, are you ready to sell? No. Hey, you have that property on Main Street. Did you decide to keep it? And then wait for the response because they're gonna say yes if they don't want to sell it. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I will probably keep it as well. Well, again, I just want to touch base. Hope everything's good with you. Again, have a good day. Again, simple as that, as those things.
Makes sense. All right.
So yeah, make a conversation of it. But yeah, try to have, and that's what I'm telling you. When you have fun with the conversation, that fun conversation sticks out. The seller remembers you. That you were the person that had that fun conversation. You know what I mean? He was the guy that told me Spanish backwards. So when I call him back, he's gonna remember. Yeah, remember we started talking about that. Oh yeah, okay on that. And it works. It's conversation that sticks to somebody because we just bland conversations don't really work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thanks.
What's up, guys? We got 6 minutes. But yeah, again, those are the conversations go. One of the things that I can tell you is, again, have a great follow-up and have a great conversation with them. Fun conversations, not rigid conversations, fun conversations. It's a nice house right there. What's up, guys? So I just saw a house right here. It's another for rent property. Um, this area is getting gentrified little by little. There are a bunch of little houses that are worth probably like 30K, and they're making the lots are real small, so they can't make really big houses as far as what's called horizontal. So they're making them high vertical, 2 stories, 3-story houses, and look pretty nice.
Are they starting to do like Boston started to do it where they're putting like the house in the front and then a house behind that?
Well, in this area, there are a bunch of like really small properties, probably less than 50 feet wide on the front. I don't know if you see this one.
Oh yeah.
You see that one?
Oh yeah.
So they're doing those properties, and I just saw one on that site. That they did a what's it called? They did a 2-story house. Let me show it to you. Yeah, the workers are there. So again, and don't be afraid of asking questions, because all this house that I'm seeing right here, they're old. There's a lot of vacant houses here, a lot of them. But again, in my area in the valley, nobody touches them. Again, because there's a lot of good people don't want to. If they want to live close to somebody, you don't have to be literally like a mile into it. They can be like 20 miles away. Here with the traffic, 20 miles is probably like a 5-minute drive, because traffic's not bad. So it's not to the point where I want to live here because of this. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really have that much value to live in a certain location, because let me see what you're using. You see that?
Oh yeah.
You see how that shit's never happened here. That's the first one I've seen in this area, and I've been mining this area for a long time. So guess it's 224 Cedro. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see who bought it.
Yeah.
That shit's 2 stories, nice. That will, based on the area, even though let's say it's around 1,500 square feet, which that's more or less the size, that'll sell for under 99,000. At least 99,000. Compared to everything else here. Everything else here sells for like 30, 40 because it's shitty. But if that sells for 99,000, then this guy's creating his own market.
Right.
He just buys another one, the same thing, cookie cutter, and it's nice because it's literally this street, the Texas street is one of the main ones. It's literally it's probably like a 10-minute walk. No, like probably like a 5-minute walk from the main street. It's not even a 5-minute drive. It's a 5-minute walk. But again, somebody took the risk and started doing that. That's the thing that here people don't like to take risks because there's too much land available. So they'd rather either buy
right.
a lot in a whole new subdivision that's nicer with a slab foundation and with the brick, than do a rehab on a pier and beam. San Antonio, that's all it is, pier and beams, because it's cheaper, but the value's still there. Mm-hmm. Here in the area where we're at, pier and beams don't sell because there's a lot of slab foundations that sell, that people want. But again, if you sell that, let's say you put in all in, you're at $60,000. You sell it cheap. You sell it for 99. Shit, you're making 25K. Easy.
Dang, dude. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, again, I had never seen that. That house went up probably in the last 10 days.
And so that guy, as soon as he's done with that, he's going to want to do another one right there. Exactly. And you got him. Yeah.
So he's proving the concept. He bought the lot. He's building it out. And now the thing is that it's going to be a nice build out. It looks nice. I want to see if he sells it. I want to see what he lists it at, and I want to see what it sells at. So then he'll learn. Okay, you know what? This area I gotta build it tops for this because I know it'll sell for this. Once it works, then now he proves his concept. Now I come in. Hey, I saw you build that house. Perfect. I got something else that might work for you. Oh, really? Where's it at? Here. Oh yeah, I'll buy it. But yeah, I know the backstory. I know how much he paid for the lot. I know how much he paid for this, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And that's how you build a market. That's how you build yourself a market. And if he's the only guy, remember, the only guy that's actually taking a risk on those properties and it's working, shit, that works for me.
Yep.
Okay, my guys, sounds like it's time to end the call. I'm still driving here in this area. The good thing I found that property. I like it. Again, if you guys have any questions, let's wrap it up. If not, again, let's have a successful Friday. Nick, I'll send you a message tomorrow, see where you can meet, grab some coffee or grab some shakes and talk about real estate. And let's go from there, my brother.
Do it, amigo. Sounds like a plan.
All right, Nico. All right, guys. You guys be safe. Enjoy your weekend. And let's make some money, man.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.